Ngā mihi o te wā in the headlines, bagpipes sounded out as the body of Constable Kali Vungavaka was carried through a police guard of honour in South Auckland today. More than 1,000 people gathered in Otara to farewell the New Zealand police officer who died last week after being assaulted twice in Tonga. And the two Tongan police officers charged over the death have had their charges upgraded to manslaughter. The prisoner accused of murdering Constable Vungavaka has had his charge downgraded to manslaughter. They will next appear in the Magistrates Court on the 24th of September. And the Twitter trolls who drove Charlotte Dawson to despair this week have been put on notice. The New Zealand-born model ended up in a Sydney hospital yesterday after copping a torrent of abuse. New South Wales Police Minister Mike Gallacher is vowing to crack down on the cyberbullies. And a golden day for New Zealand at the London Paralympics today. Kiwi swimmer Sophie Pascoe has won gold in the 200-metre individual medley, demolishing her own world record in both the heats and the final. The Cantabrian says she's happy to retain her title, but her focus is now on her second event tonight, the 50-metre freestyle.
I went out this morning, basically on my prime time that I wanted to hit and then have more in the tank for tonight. Really stoked, but it comes down to I did all the hard yards before I came here and that's exactly what I went out to go do.
First China and now Japan is helping Fiji find its way back to democracy. A Japanese delegation has been in the country meeting its Attorney General and has offered assistance towards elections in 2014. Fiji says the meeting is to strengthen bilateral ties. And Mitt Romney may be the star of the US Republican National Convention, but he was upstaged by some Hollywood royalty. Clint Eastwood addressed delegates ahead of the party's presidential nominee. He finished up with his most famous movie line, yes, you guessed it, "Make my day." And back home, kua tata oti te iwi o Ngāti Tuatā rātou tono tiriti. Nō rātou te mana i raro i te ture mō te haka o kamate. Whitu te kaumārima meri ona tāra te uara o te whakataunga. Ka whakamana hia tō rātou rangatira a te rauparaha hei kai tito mo tawaka haka. And most BP stations have decreased their retail prices by 3 cents a litre. Z has also dropped by 3 cents, although it says diesel is unchanged. Both have unleaded at nearly $2.20 a litre. And finally, 1 of 3 adult children in New Zealand forget to call Dad on Father's Day. The survey commissioned by Telecom shows 84% of Kiwi dads would prefer a phone call than a present. It also shows that when talking to Dad, 1 in 3 use the weather as a conversation starter, followed by talking about mum, then rugby. Have a great Father's Day, dads. Koe rā ngā karere matua mai te whare kōrero o Rima, no hora mai.